Hey guys! Today we're diving into a brand new Korean drama titled Our Unwritten Seoul. Get ready for emotions, secrets, and sisterhood. The episode begins with the birth of our main characters, twin sisters. Their parents are present in the hospital, eagerly waiting. Their father declares that the firstborn will be named Miji and the second Mirai. Growing up, both girls are seen playing happily with their father, who is more than just a parent, he's their best friend. But life takes a tragic turn. One day, their father loses his job, and shortly afterward, he passes away. The burden of raising the girls then falls on their mother and grandmother. The twins look identical, and that gives them an advantage. Mirai is excellent at math, but can't take her medication, while Miji isn't good at math, but is strong enough to handle the medicine. So they start switching roles. Miji takes the medicine for her, and Mirai helps her with math. They begin exchanging favors and promises. But soon, their mom finds out about the swaps. To tell them apart, she cuts Miji's hair short. This changes their lives and sets them on different paths. Mirai focuses on her studies and wins many awards. One day, a PE teacher notices Miji. During a school research break, Miji always rushes ahead for food. The teacher approaches her and encourages her to participate in a running competition. She accepts and wins several awards. But during one race, she falls while leading and decides to give up running. Now in the present, Mirai works in Seoul as a civil servant at a finance company, while Miji lives in their hometown, Danri, sleeping in one morning when her mom, Kim, wakes her up for work. Miji tells herself, "It's okay. I can do this," and heads to the elementary school. She walks into the teacher's toilet and finds some kids there eating. She scolds them, saying only teachers are allowed in that toilet. One of the kids replies, "You're not even a teacher." Miji confronts them, then shows them some tough love. She walks out and starts cleaning, the job she was hired for. Her mother, Kim, also works in the same school kitchen. A conversation unfolds about another woman, Vice Principal Hong, who boasts about her son being a lawyer in Seoul. Kim, however, never brags about her daughter being a civil servant. When someone compares Hong's son to Kim's daughter, Kim firmly tells them not to. Then, Kim bumps into Miji outside the toilet. Someone nearby asks who Miji is. They learn she's Kim's daughter, one of the twins, the one who got injured and quit her previous path. Kim later tells Miji she should have messaged before coming to school and asks, "Did you tell the vice principal goodbye? Today is your last day, right?" At that moment, Vice Principal Hong appears and invites Miji into her office. Hong tells her the contract is ending, but she can extend it if Miji agrees to become the school's spy. Miji declines. She reminds Hong that the woman previously in the role is now recovering, and she won't take her job. Hong tries to guilt-trip her, even suggesting Miji should marry her son. But Miji says there's nothing between them. We then cut to Hosoo, Hong's son, a lawyer in Seoul. He's in court, observing his rival. After the hearing, his senior, Chong-soo, tells him the judge is his friend and he'll postpone the hearing. Back at the office, Hosoo receives coffee from his colleague Min, but accidentally spills it. Min apologizes and offers to bring new clothes, but Hosoo brushes it off. He finds a letter with a heart symbol from Min, which he quietly sets aside. Another colleague teases him, saying Min probably likes him. Hosoo tells them he's going to visit his mother today, and when asked why he's dressed nicely, he smiles and says, "Because I want to look good." Meanwhile, in Danri, Miji is unloading vegetables from a car with her ex. The town president arrives and offers her a new job at a strawberry farm, but she'll need to submit a resume. Miji hesitantly prepares it, thinking Mirai would have done it easily. She manages to finish it. At home, Kim asks what Hong said. Miji explains she was offered the job again, but turned it down. Kim asks about her next steps, and Miji says she's applying at the strawberry farm. Kim snaps, saying, "When will you stop living like this? What if I die? Will you be a burden to Mirai?" Miji insists she won't be a burden. Kim sends Miji with food for Jo, whose husband's memorial is today. At Jo's house, Miji sees a photo of her and Hosoo. Jo asks which twin she is, and Miji replies, "Guess." When Jo says her son is visiting, Miji runs, but Hosoo is right outside. She screams and says he startled her. They banter, and Miji compliments his tie, unaware it's the one she picked for him when Jo asked her to choose. Hosoo brings up Mirai again, but Miji gets annoyed and leaves. We then see a flashback of their first meeting. Miji had seen Hosoo arrive as a new transfer student. He ignored her in class, avoided eye contact, and was cold even when she tried to talk. One day, her pen landed near him. He didn't return it. She shouted, "What's your problem? Are you deaf?" Later, she felt guilty when she learned from Mirai that Hosoo had a terrible car accident. Half his body was burned, he has an artificial leg, and he has hearing problems. Back in the present, Hosoo says he visited Miji's grandma at the hospital. The doctor told Miji her grandma is too sick to go out. Miji lovingly cares for her grandmother, Wasun, despite her protests. Wasun tells her to stop visiting, but Miji refuses. Their bond is tender. Miji calls Mirai and tells her grandma is very sick, but Mirai brushes it off, saying, "I send money, don't I?" Miji reminds her it's not about money. She hasn't seen grandma in a year. They argue and Mirai coldly hangs up. At night, Miji vents to her mom about the call. Kim tells her it's okay. She sends money. Miji replies, "Money isn't everything." Outside, Hosoo brings food, but Miji rejects it, saying, "I'm not your maid." Later, she finds herself alone, kicking a ball, asking herself, "Do I even like the life I'm living?" Hosoo appears and says, "Be careful. I care about your foot." They argue again about Mirai. Flashback. In school, a ball hit Hosoo's head. Miji rushed to him, held his hand, worried. He pushed her away, saying, "Don't talk to me." But later, he fainted. She ran to help. He yelled sarcastically, "Yes, I'm paralyzed now. Laugh all you want." That night, Miji reflected on how harsh she had been to Hosoo. She felt terrible after learning his past. Back in Seoul, Mirai is being gossiped about at work. Her co-worker Soo-yeon was bullied and fired. Mirai stood up for her too late. Now the same people are bullying Mirai. She's burned out. The next day, Miji visits Mirai at her office. They go out to eat. When a waiter gets injured, Mirai coldly says, "Good for her. She can go home and rest now." Miji is stunned. Mirai says she wants to hurt herself to avoid work. Miji is alarmed. Later, Mirai disappears from the restaurant. Miji gets scared, remembering Mirai's words about jumping from the third floor. Miji runs. Mirai is at home, standing at the edge, about to jump. Miji grabs her in time. They both fall. Miji sobs, "How can I live without you?" They cry in each other's arms. Later, Mirai confesses what happened with Soo-yeon and how guilt consumed her. Miji urges her to quit and come home. Mirai says she can't, they're in debt. Miji says, "Then tell Mom the truth. You can't quit. You can't survive. What will you do?" Mirai admits she doesn't know. At the bus stop, she tells Miji to go. "They'll figure something out," she says. Miji leaves, but returns moments later, remembering how she protected Hosoo once when he was bullied. She rushes to Mirai, says, "Fine. Don't quit. Don't endure it either. I'll do it for you. Let's switch like we used to. It'll be Mirai and you'll be Miji." They pinky promise. The episode ends with hope and a secret switch, just like old times. Don't miss episode 2. Until then, bye from Popverse.